And Richard Petty wins the national championship by placing fifth here in the LA Times Charities 500. David Hobson moving down to talk with him and his very excited fans.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cards That I Cast For channel. I want to thank you all for watching, and in this video I'm going to start off with a little bit of an apology because I had previously uploaded what I thought was the complete video showcase for this line here, the Champions die cut line, and I wound up just uploading a 1-minute outtake. I never bothered to do my homework and review and make sure that everything was on the up and up, so I do apologize for those of you who are clicking on that video and wanting to see the complete series plus the 2 checkered flag cards, and wound up just seeing a shot of what you're seeing right now of the Richard Petty die cut, not even up close or anything else. But we're going to do things a little bit different with this video, in that we're going to save the 2 checkered flag cards for another video, which should already be up by now, and we're going to go ahead and showcase the 5-card gold set that you see here. This is a set that is very hard to replicate if that's something that you're wanting to do, because each of these cards are numbered only to 10, and the Champions die cut, much like the rest of the die cuts from Prizm Racing, come numbered in only 2 colors, that being gold, what you see before you, out of 10, and then the checkered flag. Everything else is just a base or a base Prizm. So let's go ahead and start showcasing these cards correctly and make sure that we upload the right video this time. Card number 1 will be for King Richard Petty, and it got the Gem Mint 10 grade, which is always fantastic, with that great gold finish that has made Prizm Racing stand out quite a bit. And also I liked it how with Prizm the golds were numbered out of 10. I think with certified golds were numbered out of 25, and I think even another release, I'm not sure exactly which one it was, but I think other releases the golds were numbered out of like 4.99 or something. I think that might be Donruss or something. Regardless, the golds were kept at a pretty low number, which I do appreciate, and I think increases the value and appreciation of them. The one thing you will notice here with the Richard Petty die cut is that it does not feature the Sprint Cup Championship, even though I believe the die cut edge is supposed to resemble the Sprint Cup Championship. All the other drivers do feature a Sprint Cup Championship, even though for like Terry Labonte and Darrell Waltrip, they actually never won a Sprint Cup Championship. Flip the card around, it's not really a whole lot different than what you would see with the baseline parallels, but when we go down here, you will see the number itself, that this one in particular is 9 of 10. Like I said, golds are numbered out of 10, checkered flags are 1 of 1s, and then that's it. There are no other numbered versions of these die cuts here. Richard Petty, the 1964, 67, 71, 72, 74, 75, and 1979 champion. I believe Winston Cup came in 1973, could be mistaken, but that will do it here for the Richard Petty die cut 7-time champion. Now, I was so happy I picked this card pack fresh. It was the last die cut that I was needing, and here we go for Texas Terry Labonte. And like I said, now we start seeing that Sprint Cup Championship somewhere in the background, including the amount of times the champion or the driver won the championship. 2-time champion, 1984 and 1996. I believe he was the longest in between championships. He won, surprisingly, he had a resurgence in 1996 after having some years floundering for Leo Jackson, I think, driving the Skoll car and driving the Kellogg's car, but the number 14, but I forgot for whom. And then he got hooked up with Rick Hendrick, and then that was it. He stayed there pretty much until the end of his career, although he did kind of drive for that 32 car where he just really didn't do very good, but no one really did good in that car. Gem Mint 10 for the grade, so another solid grade. Also got the new Lighthouse logo that the PSA graded cards are now being featured with. Flip the card around. Again, there's nothing too different from the background of the base and the refractor base, but when we take a look at the number here at the bottom, we now have, for this card, again, number 9 of 10, much like the Richard Petty. And that will do it here for the 2-time champion of the Winston Cup, Terry Labonte. And now here we go for the then six-time champion Jimmie Johnson, and this will be the only card that did not feature a gem in 10 grade. This is an 8.5 near mint to mint plus. Again, features the Sprint Cup Championship on the side, six-time champion, doing the Superman pose there. And once again, it's I guess since he's a seven-time champion, perhaps depending on how you look at it, this card was devalued or is actually increased. I say it's probably devalued because you want to have a card that indicates the true amount of championships that the guy has, unless it's a rookie championship card or whatnot. Maybe in that case it would work, but really a six-time champion, that's kind of a forgettable number. 4 of 10 is the specific number for this card here for the 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 2013, eventually 2016 champion Jimmie Johnson with the 7-time championship, or 6-time championship for this card here, but could very well end up winning the 8th championship. But right now he's actually sucking a lot as of the early 2018 season. Here we go now with 3-time champion for good old DW. And likely, to be honest, probably should have been a 4-time champion, and Richard Petty should have been a 6. If you watch that 1979 conclusion for the championship, DW lost the championship by 11 points. However, NASCAR kept him a lap down. I didn't see the whole race, but the thing is, though, he spun out, and NASCAR didn't allow him to get his lap back, even though he was trying to avoid a car in a crash. But they wound up pinning him a lap down, and that gave Richard Petty the championship pretty much. 3-time champion. Let's see what the grade is for the card. We scoot out a little bit more, and we got ourselves another gem mint 10. And when we flip the card around, again, no difference between the base cards and when it comes to the back, except for the number, and the number here is 8 of 10. 8 of 10 for the 81, 82, and 85 Winston Cup champion Darrell Waltrip. Finally, the last card in the line will belong to Tony Stewart Smoke, and it is for his 3-time champion Sprint Cup Championship. Really in the background there, gem in 10 again for the grade. That's how I like to see them, and this is the gold finish. So once again, a pretty difficult card to get. And then the checkered flag, which is the only other numbered version out there. Flip the card around, this time for the 2002, 5, and 11 champion, which that 2011 year, I don't think he should have won the championship. There's no way a tie should be in NASCAR. Should have refueled those cars and had a 2-lap dash for 1 point, decide who is the tiebreaker. Because he sucked that whole year until the chase came, and then all of a sudden he lit it on fire. So there's another exposed situation with the chase. You could suck all year and then all of a sudden turn the heat on at the end, which, I mean, sometimes it happens with the other sports, but it is what it is. 9 of 10 is the serialized number, and that will do it not only for the Tony Stewart card, but now for the entire gold Prizm Champions die cut line. I will hope that you enjoy this video. And what we're going to do now is showcase the champion, or rather the checkered flag versions of the die cuts for these two drivers right here. Good old DW and Richard Petty, and the Richard Petty card has something pretty cool I think you might like. Cards Die Cast 4 channel, hope you enjoy the video.